Hey everybody, Curtis here with another pedalboard demo video. This one is the Creation Aero Series Pedalboard in gunmetal finish. It's from Creation Music Company, and it has been fantastic. It's very strong, very durable. John from Creation was very helpful in encouraging me that I could make my neatest, most professional looking pedalboard yet, and I'm very happy with the results. Been using it for almost half a year, I think, and it's just functioned really well. I'm actually using the Creation Audio patch cables. And I made them. They were super easy, didn't have any duds, and I haven't had any failures in 6 months of using it, taking it out of the house about twice a week. So very happy with it. It just lives in a soft case when in transport. He has hard cases available as well. This is a new board for me. I wanted entirely new choices. I felt like some of my choices were so consistent over the years. They were a little bit of a crutch, so I wanted to choose all new effects. So here it is. I'll let you hear it. I'm going to be using my Novo Cirrus T going into my Benson Amps Earhart combo, which is new for me, mic'd with a Sennheiser E906. And I'll let you hear kind of my bass tone, which means the bloom compressor's on and the reverb is on as well. So here is that clean tone. So what we have here in this pedal board, it kind of represents, for me, a new sound, a new way of playing guitar. Jackson Audio kind of came on the scene and took my pedal board by storm. And so I've done demos of both these pedals. You really need to check them out if you're unfamiliar. So my signal goes like this, comes in the side with a little patch bay underneath the board that John from Creation made for me. Goes into this bloom compressor, into this Broken Arrow Overdrive, into this Schnobeltone modded EB volume with a TC electronic tuner, into the Strymon Volante, into this Walrus Audio Slow. And I've been super happy with all that this compact board provides me for the last 5 or 6 months. It is just, it's been sort of bulletproof, I guess I would say. I haven't had any problems with it. And it's just been so consistent, and I've been very happy with the sounds I've been able to dial in. So I'll just talk quickly about the compressor. This is not just a compressor. It also has EQ available, and you can also add a boost on. I primarily use it as an always-on compressor. When I switch to humbucker or Filtertrons, I adjust the EQ a little bit, so those will be activated, that LED will be on, and the EQ is controlled by these here. So when this is not lit, this is not affecting my signal. This is not lit, I'm not using the boost. This is primarily always on. Those are my compressor settings up there. I love this magenta mode. There is multiple different sounds of compressors, or sort of preset tones of compressors, styles, if you will, available, indicated by different LED colorings, and they all sound great. And I just happen to love this magenta mode, and so I pretty much live in that mode. Sometimes I use the limiter mode, which is the white mode. It just is nice as well. So I'm going to give you a little on-off with this compressor just so you can hear what it's doing to my tone. And so we'll start with it off. So there we have the compressor. It pretty much lives always on. Then we go to the Broken Arrow Overdrive. Very simple, easy to use. So there's a boost over here. This is the overdrive. That's kind of one way to look at it. It's very simple. This is an overdrive. It's a pink flavored overdrive or magenta, and you have a boost. But it is way more under the hood than that, and it's fantastically easy to use. They have this wonderful feature called Gain Cycle. You need to check it out. Essentially, this is the dimmest the LED is, and that represents 25% of where the gain knob is dialed at the moment, which means I don't have very much gain engaged. Then I can ramp it up. The LED gets brighter again, gets brighter one more time. That represents full 100% of what is dialed in with the gain knob. So I don't have very much gain dialed in there because this has changed the way I set my amp, how loud I set my amp, where I set it in relation to breakup. And so I don't often get too rowdy with overdrive pedal tones anymore, but this really just gets me exactly where I want to be. That's sort of the hardest I'll hit my amp with overdrive when that boost is on and this is in its brightest mode. And to get back to the lightest overdrive mode where I have to start at the beginning of a song, that's it right there. And you just double tap on these as you play, so you get to the chorus and that gets a little brighter. Maybe the second time you're out of the chorus, you want it to be a little bit heavier. And, at the end of the song, you want to get super rowdy and add the boost and have it full out. That's kind of how I use this pedal. It's how I approach it. And it's changed the way I play songs. It's changed the way I look at overdrives and how I set my amps. And so it's been a joy to have a pedal that keeps the same flavor of overdrive. And by that, we'll just say pink. It's actually magenta, but we'll say pink flavor. And then adding gain as I get to more intense parts of the song. It doesn't change my sound, it just adds a little bit more intensity. And I really love that. And I have found that this mode works well with all guitars and all amps that I'm using. But if that sound is not doing it for you, you can obviously add more gain, but you can also toggle through 4 different types of overdrive sounds. There's the blue, the orange, the green, and then back to this magenta mode. And I love it, and that's where I sort of live. And so I'll just let you hear this a little bit now so you can sort of taste how it sort of ramps up a little bit and what happens when you add the boost. So there we have the Broken Arrow in a nutshell. Again, check out the demo if you're really interested. Roman is a friend of mine from a number of years now, and he is an incredible YouTube demo guy, Schnobeltone on YouTube. He makes this modification to the Ernie Ball. So this is a anniversary Ernie Ball volume with a TC Electronic tuner added. He is brilliant. He blows my mind. His work is impeccable, and it really works for a compact pedal board like this. In fact, even since I've got this pedal, he's come out with the Strymon Ojai, which is a power supply that I actually have mounted underneath the board. He's taken it and installed it inside 2 of them, inside one of these volume pedals, and he is just so talented. You really need to check him out, check out his work. So I could have got that volume pedal, or I could now, not have a power supply mounted underneath and not put the little rubber risers under the front edge of the board. Just had this as flat as possible and the power supply built in here, and it wouldn't take up any extra real estate on the top of my pedal board, which is really handy if you're using a flat board and you want things to be really compact. And so it just works really well. Really happy with that. Going into the Strymon Volante, which is this fantastic delay. I've used the L cap for years. A lot of the secondary functions in the L cap when you hold down the switches are accessible on the top of this, plus a whole lot more things. I'm in the studio mode now. The tape and the drum mode sound fantastic as well. So I'll just give you a little sample of how all of this works together. After that, we go into this Walrus Slow. And this reverb pedal is super compact, sounds awesome. I pretty much live in the dark mode. I keep the filter a little bit brighter. It gives this beautiful kind of undertone to the reverb. And then the decay knob is the knob that I switch depending on what song. So if I was doing a slow ballad, I'd probably turn up the decay so we'd hear more of that. But where we were kind of living at the beginning there, I bring the decay a little bit shorter. But I don't really change anything else. That's the only knob. Well, I turn it on and off, but most of the time it's on with a little bit of reverb, and then I crank it if I want to have some more trails. So let's turn some more things on here, and we'll have a little bit of fun. So I'll just let you hear some adding of the pedals and adding of the delay as well. So there we go, everybody. My Creation Music Company Aero Series gunmetal pedalboard, all loaded with new pedals for me. I've been using this setup for about 5 or 6 months at least, and I'm incredibly happy. It feels sometimes like an abundance of riches to have all these new options available at my toes, and sometimes lately I feel like I try to play guitar, and I feel like the guitar kind of plays me instead. And so here it is, Creation Music Company Aero Series, going into my new Benson Earhart amp, and very, very happy to be able to play these effects and share them with you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you like if you like, dislike if you absolutely must. I hope you have a great day and great year as we embark on the new year on the YouTubes. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.